Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to the Uncle Sharma channel. Another news episode, and today covering what Beppe Marotta has said. And you guys know on this channel, for me, when Don Beppe speaks, we listen. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to listen and read. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through his words of his latest interview talking about what's happening at Inter and the plans for the transfer market, which, you got to read into what Marotta says, but don't always take what he says word for word. He is very diplomatic, let's say that, with his words. He can, sideways step over, nutmeg journalists right, left and center to escape the question, answer the question, but still really not say anything. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, here we are. I'm sharing the screen with you guys, sharing the lovely website of fcinternews.it. I've translated the article here, so just watch out. Some of the translation might be a bit funny because it is Google Translate. And yeah, Beppe Marotta was at an event recently, and he was asked a few questions about Inter. The headline statement there, of course, is Inter's hardcore. That's the funny translation I was telling you about. What he means actually in Italian is Inter's core, so the core of the team. And of course, what we hoping he's referring to our big boy players, our best players remaining at Inter. So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to skip past the Ivan Perisic statements just for a minute and focus down here, talking about the players as well that we're going to be targeting. But they're asking about Dybala first of all and Lukaku. And then you can pretty much see that he's confirming that we're in talks for both of them. In the meantime, we must not get anxious to do things hastily, which he's trying to say that there was reports coming out recently that Inter need to finish the Lukaku deal soon and need to finish the Dybala deal soon. But he's saying we've got to take our time, do things properly. And he said we've already done something in advance. So I don't know who he's alluding to there, Mkhitaryan, or is he alluding to what we did with Gosens in January already, or someone else that we haven't mentioned, or he is talking about Lukaku and Dybala. As again, I say he talks in riddles sometimes, Marotta, so you got to read between the lines. He believes that Ozilio and Baccin's work is very positive. The two, of course, sporting directors that we have. Baccin is Ozilio's right-hand man. There must be professionalism, competence, but also creativity. We definitely need creativity now at Inter. As you guys know, I've been telling you for so long that this summer transfer window is going to be very, very challenging for Marotta, Ozilio and co. Creativity in terms of finding deals for low cost or low wages and still somehow making it to that magic 60 million euros plus net transfer market outcome by the end of it. So very, very tricky for them to make that and keep the team competitive or even improve on it. Oh my God, I do not envy their position. There is not always only the need to make money and investments, but courage to take action is needed. Yes, sir. I must say that you must say the core of the team will remain. And with these premises, I say that we'll be able to face the season with usual goals, with 3 or 4 competitions to face, knowing that we are Inter and such the goals are ambitious. So which means as such, the goals are ambitious. Now, this sounds good. This sounds much better than what we had last season. If you guys remember, we knew last season, they were warning us as soon as pretty much we won the Scudetto, we couldn't even celebrate. And then, even when Inzaghi came in and he kept talking about how the goal was just top 4 and all this kind of stuff. But what we're hearing now from Marotta, it seems like, there's not going to be many excuses next season. Whatever happens is that Inter need to be, a deeper squad, or, the goal is the Scudetto. We're not going to hide behind the goal being just getting top 4 and round of 16 in the Champions League, which is what we want to hear. And I'm happy that he's kind of putting his face to it, and I hope they maintain this kind of this statement. They remain along these lines. They don't change and afterwards say, oh yeah, no, we had a difficult summer, it's back to top 4 again. So Marotta, he's kind of like always, and I always, almost like, worship the guy, but he also deserves criticism over what's happened over the last season or so. Some of the transfer dealings, the whole, Dzeko and Correa replacing Lukaku clearly didn't quite work out. Some of the decision making in terms of, things that happen at Juve, these high salary players like Vidal, like Sanchez, that seem to be kind of holding the team back in terms of, actually being able to make signings until we get rid of these guys. So, no one is free from criticism, and Marotta, although he is still, the best in the game, in my opinion, he still sometimes deserves some criticism. Now, moving on to his next part, I've just translated it back to Italian because the English was not making any sense to me. He goes back to, praising Inzaghi once again, that, this year has been good thanks to Inzaghi's work, which we agree on. However, we were right there for the Scudetto. But now we are thinking about the future, where we need to put together sustainability and competitiveness, which, as I'm saying, is going to be very difficult with the kind of what the miracles basically that they have to do with reducing the wages, or, making us 50-60 million net transfer profit and improving or maintaining the competitiveness of the team. Very, very challenging. And then, he quickly talked about how Monza got promoted to Serie A. Now, let's go back to his comments regarding Perisic, which he confirmed pretty much what I've been saying as well, that, Perisic chose Tottenham for, because he wanted this Premier League experience. He didn't choose for money. I mean, of course, he gets that 1 million extra guaranteed rather than having that 1 million in bonuses at Inter. We're offering him 5+1. By the end of the day, I don't think that really swayed Perisic too much. That was Inter's best offer. And he confirmed, we weren't in the position to do any better offers. They gave their last offer, the 5+1 million offer, which for me is a very, very good offer for a 33-year-old player. His decision was basically on a different future. Maximum respect and a great thanks goes to him, and we will find the right substitute. And in any case, we already have Robin Gosens. Of course, we already have the Perisic substitute, but once again, I'll take the chance to say thank you to Ivan Perisic. The way he left is the perfect way to leave a club. Man of the match performance in a cup final, turning up in the last few games with goals and assists. Like, his form towards the end of the season was absolutely crazy. There was no sign that, this guy's looks like he's on the way out. Like, you cannot doubt this guy's professionalism and dedication to the cause. And wish the best of luck to him at Spurs. But at the same time, we know that this is the type of character he is. He's shown that in the past, how many clubs he's moved around, in various countries, various leagues, various teams. So you could almost call him a mercenary, but I think, he made the decision that he wanted to make. And today, he talked about how the, Conte really swayed his decision, and, he always wanted to move to the Premier League. He confirmed that today in his first interview at Spurs. But guys, that was it. That was a quick little update on what Beppe Marotta has said. What do you feel about Beppe's words today? Do you feel more confident now after Beppe said that they are trying to maintain that competitive level of the team, and they want to be pushing for the big objectives that Inter should be pushing for? Or do you feel like he's being the usual kind of politician and just feeding us the words that we want to hear? Let me know in the comments below. Keep you always up to date with what's going on in the world of Inter. Ciao ragazzi, forza Inter.